Welcome everybody. As you probably know, we've got our open house coming up March 30th. And during that open house, we're going to be highlighting 5 of the charities that we've chosen at Mach 1 as a business to partner with. Over the last several weeks, if you've been watching, we've been doing videos to highlight each of the charities. Today, we're going to be talking about FCA, or Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and I've got Coach Lenny here with me today. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in today.
Pleasure.
Real briefly, the mission and vision of FCA is to lead each coach and athlete to a relationship with Jesus and His church. You and I have known each other for a number of years and worked together through FCA for a number of years. We've at Mach 1 we've done several fundraisers for you guys through the years, and happy to do so. I was introduced to FCA through my mentor Chuck Beal, and have just fallen in love with the organization and their mission, and so we've been pleased to partner with you guys for a number of years. So how would you, as we start to talk about this, how would you say that you've seen FCA impact our local community and our local schools through the years?
Sure, and thank you, David, for the opportunity to be here, and your support of the ministry has been very impactful for us, and this, especially Northwest Arkansas in recent years. One of the things that just recently, in some statistics that we got through the national office within the last couple of years, 67% of high school age kids nationwide, 67% are not attending church. The FCA is a club on campus, on the schools, as long as you have a sponsor, and we are able to, at those schools, be able to go into those schools and present the gospel there that maybe, quite frankly, some of these kids will never hear. And so we are taking the mission. The mission is, as you clearly stated, we're taking it into the public schools, and also now the big push is in the community sports as well. You can drive every weekend in Northwest Arkansas, and Saturdays and Sundays you'll see these gymnasiums full, the softball, soccer fields full. Kids they're not coming to church, and so we're also making a big push into the community sports as well. So being able to take the gospel into the schools, we're seeing it impact coaches and kids in a tremendous way.
Yeah, that's what I've always loved about FCA, is because I feel like it is one of the last avenues, if not the last avenue, to really effectively get the gospel into the schools.
That's right.
So as we raise money to help FCA to continue to fulfill its mission, how would the funds that clients and Mach 1 ourselves we're going to be donating, how are the funds going to be used to benefit FCA locally?
Multiple ways, just to kind of go through the things that we're doing. Number one, we talk about how shall they hear unless a preacher is sent and take the gospel, is hiring more field staff to be able to go. FCA's missions work. It's all we have to raise the funds. And so we're able to hire additional partners who are looking to get in ministry, but really, quite frankly, don't know where to get involved, but they have sports in the background. So being able to hire more people to get in more of the schools. Northwest Arkansas, as we all know, the growing, somebody told me the other, one of my former players, realtors, said we're adding 47 to 48 people a day in Northwest Arkansas. It's not going away.
Growing mission field.
It's growing mission field. And so hiring staff, number one. Being able to sponsor kids that send to summer camps, number two. Some kids don't have the finances, the resources to be able to scholarship kids. Hand out Bibles at events. We purchase and hand out Bibles as much as we can, as many places we can. And also, the big vision that I'm working on currently is to find a facility, a training facility that FCA can train athletes at a high level, and also not only train them physically, but for the spiritual part of them as well. These facilities are open up all around the country, and why not FCA? And so we're getting in that endeavor as well right now.
Well, that's exciting. So as we move towards our open house, we hope that you'll consider supporting FCA of Northwest Arkansas. You can donate by following the link on your screen or by scanning the QR code. Mach 1 Financial Group is matching donations on a dollar-for-dollar basis up to a minimum of $5,000 per organization. We also hope that you will join us at our open house event on Thursday, March 30th, where we will be presenting FCA of Northwest Arkansas with a check for the funds raised. So, Coach, thanks again for joining us today. Appreciate the impact that you're having on our local kids and local schools, and trying to, again, change the trajectory of that next generation through introducing them to Christ and the church.
Well, Dave, thank you, and Mach 1. You guys have been great supporters, and it's enabled the gospel to continue to go forward. And those who give financially, sometimes people don't know how that can make a difference in our world today. And they've got to understand, I want them to understand they're just as valuable part of this team as anybody. When you help support us, you're sending the gospel out, and you're making an eternal difference. You sure are. Thank you so much.
And to our Mach 1 clients, you're making a difference as well. So thank you as you consider, opening up your wallet and your hearts to some of these organizations. Just know that you are truly having an impact in changing the trajectory of the next generation. So thank you. God bless.